All right, welcome to game one of the finals, the first ever finals in BHCL history. Nick, are you excited for tonight?
No, because I'm not playing. But jokes aside, yes. Very excited to see what's about to happen.
Yeah, this should be an insanely interesting matchup. Just entirely in general, there's so many things on the line tonight. Obviously, the two teams are playing at a chance for the winning most amount of money and the $10,000 prize pool, but also a lot of them are just out there playing for pride. One of the players who will not be playing tonight, sources just confirmed this just a few moments ago, is actually Sammy the Whale for the Otters, missing once again. What are your thoughts on this, Nick? This is a huge blow to not only the Otters' morale, but their fan base as well.
Honestly, it's devastating. Sammy Well missed game one against the Blizzard, and the team looked completely dysfunctional. They weren't doing anything. They didn't play well at all. As soon as he came back for game two and game three, I wouldn't say steamrolled, but I would say cruised through both games, and they won. It's honestly like a big loss without him. And Robe, their star forward, I feel like he plays a lot better with Whale on his line, and without Whale tonight, I don't know.
Yeah, Robe kind of known as a selfish player, but when he's with Whale, maybe it's a little bit of FIFA craft chemistry. But looks like he actually makes passing plays. It's what makes this Otters team so dangerous. Is that first line? Really, both of the players have been a threat this season, but now they're gonna have to switch things up because, like we said before, Whale's not here. So really interested to see what they do if they go back to Mockton or who they're putting on that line with Robe. I heard rumors earlier in the season that they were thinking about doing Robe and Packers together. So I wonder if we'll see that happen.
It will be interesting to see what happens with that. Just off the, in my honest opinion, if they do that, putting Robe and Packers together, I think that's honestly just a recipe for disaster. You cannot stack your two best players like that against the first line. It's just not. It just doesn't seem like a good recipe, to be honest.
I mean, this is kind of an unprecedented event. Usually finals that they're scheduled, the players, the managers make the schedules, but with BHCL coming, everything has been pre-planned in advance. And obviously the plans have just not worked out in Sammy the Whale's favor tonight, as he was going to be here. But later on, we'll actually dive into why exactly he is not here. But it is not expected in any capacity that he will make an appearance tonight. So that is the key takeaway here. Looking forward to the game, though. Nick, kind of run us through what do you expect to see here? We have 5 minutes till game time here in New York, so not a whole lot of time, but just give me your takes, give me your thoughts on how things are going to go.
Again, without Sam the Whale, I think it's going to be pretty rough for the Otters. I honestly see the Bagels. If Whale's not playing both games, I can see the Bagels winning both games. I say the Otters can keep it pretty close. Robe's pretty good at playing. The Otters have actually won, I think. Have they won against the Bagels this season? I don't remember off the top of my head. But I'm pretty sure they played in the Winter Class. Oh, they did win. And then they played against the Otters won one game in overtime, and then they played each other in the Winter Classic, and it was a very close game.
Yeah, very close, but games, not quite.
But Sam the Whale was there for both games, and again, he's just not here. Honestly, I could see the Otters being a little bit dysfunctional without him. Like, morale is going to be down, all that. Again, I just see the Bagels winning both games. Youppi, very familiar spot for him to be in the finals. I'd say the stakes are a bit higher this time around for him, but, definitely I feel like he's going to be able to perform up to how he usually does in situations like these. And that second line, too, for the Bagels, very good second line. I wonder how it will stack up against the Otters' second line of APAT and Packers. They have been, I would say, pretty all right, pretty good during the playoffs, but I feel like this is their biggest test yet, obviously. Yeah, so I do wonder to see how it goes.
Huge test there for sure.
Absolutely. And last but certainly not least, goalies.
Go
Real quick. Pandaman 1010, very, very good goalie. I will say, though, a little secret to let him in. Little secret. You should post abuse on him. Gets kind of angry at that pretty early. I think you should do that. I'm not saying, get him angry intentionally, but, if you're an Otters player, you want to get the goalie a little angry, a little riled up, a little tilted first on, because you never know what could happen. And then Bagel Glaze, he's been on a heater all season, to be honest. He's been one of the best goalies in the league, for sure. And you don't honestly see this out of him too much. He's usually a very hot and cold goalie. This season, he's just been all hot. So, we'll be definitely a big goaltending duo or battle in net.
Yeah, kind of going off of the thing you were talking about, mindset, I just wanted to briefly touch on that I've said off stream, or not off stream, but off broadcast, that I think that these first 2 games are so crucial for the mindset of both of these teams. On the side of the Bagels, you actually have a little bit of doomers in there, some people that their mindsets can tilt to be a little bit negative. Now, being a Youppi team, that's actually usually not an issue, because unlike other teams, when you have Youppi on your team, he can literally just say, it's okay, guys, we can win the next 3 games in a row, and you'll believe him. But like, just getting him into that position would be so crucial for the Otters, because you want to try to tilt these other players, because when they tilt, they don't play as well. On the Otters side, I would say that their mindsets are probably a lot more positive. You have characters like Same of the Whale, you have characters like Robe, things like that. They're not necessarily going to tilt in my head, but they're just, I don't exactly know what they would do if they go down 2-0. But if they do go down 0-2, I just think they're going to have a really hard time climbing back up, making a reverse sweep.
Definitely do agree with that. But wouldn't it be the first time we've seen a reverse sweep in the BHL finals?
Yeah, that would be absolutely crazy to witness. Now, for those at home that aren't completely aware of our schedule, games 1 and 2 will take place tonight. We will have the first game in New York, the second game at Ohio at 7:45 approximately. Games 3 and 4 will take place on Friday, same respective times, 7 o'clock and 7:45. Obviously, if a team does sweep, we will not have to play a game 4. And if we go to game 5, that will be on Saturday at 7 o'clock. But obviously, again, that is only as necessary. But we only have a minute and a half here to go, so we're going to go ahead and set up the stream just a little bit more, and we will see you guys, they turn the lights out on me in just a moment. All right, and we are 30 seconds outside of game time. We're going to be doing things a little bit different tonight. I am your commentator, Luke. I believe I'm joined, oh, that's wrong. I believe I'm joined with Connect Me in this booth. But yeah, I'm the main commentator for tonight. So we are going to be talking about the game and how fun that is. But only just a few seconds to go here in New York. Both of these teams, obviously, so much on the line. They want to prove why do they deserve to be here. They want to prove just absolutely everything there is to come with such a monumental game like this. As we look at the BHL logo for just a second, both of the teams will line up at center ice. APAT moving up to the first line for the Otters. As again, we have mentioned, Sammy the Whale is not here tonight. As face-off is about to begin underway in New York. Robe winning it back to himself, looking to get a quick shot on goal. He does! Panaman snagging it right at the beginning of the shot. High action danger. Oh my goodness. Youppi trying to bring it out against Robe now. He gets a little bit set past him as they ping back and forth. Youppi passing out to Arax, but Robe is going to ping that away. APAT collecting the puck now, passing it to Robe. Robe is going to battle it in the corner with Youppi. Robe bringing it up to APAT. APAT looking to make the pass back. He does, but Robe reads that play well, so he's already there. Looking for post abuse on Panaman, but Youppi's not going to let that happen as he collects it behind his own net now. Looking to get past Robe. They spring past center ice. Youppi and Robe battling it for it on the boards. This will be the story of the night as these two superstars battle it out. We heard legends of how good both of them are, and now is the time to prove it when the stakes couldn't be higher. APAT now behind his own net, Arax is there to defend him, but Arax looks like he's going to come out on top with it as he's looking for the pass out to Youppi. Eventually gets out to Youppi, but not enough shot on that mustard, on that shot. But they actually get around apat. apat looking to make a defensive play. Nick, are you in the booth with me?
I'm here.
Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure.
If you want me to tag in for like a second, I can.
Yeah. If you just hear me stop talking, go ahead. Go ahead. Go crazy.
Oh.
Robe now taking it down the ice against Youppi. Youppi will collect it as Top Rages is out on the ice now for the Bagels in place of Arax. Youppi with a nice little cut to get around Robe, and then he gets around Packers, but Packers makes a good back check as Robe goes for a line change. Mockton now on the ice, the sub for the Otters, replacing Sammy the Whale. Mockton battling with it against Youppi. Youppi's probably running a little bit low on stam, but that's not going to stop him from trying to take advantage of the fact that the Otters are down a player. As I say that, though, he will change for Tango. So Mockton's going to get a little bit of a fancy shot off, but not much of an angle there as Packers waits outside of the zone for the Otters.
The Packers taking it around the net now. Want to give a little more insight on Mockton. Not too much of a veteran in the league. Pretty good player, to be honest, though. He can play both positions, forward and defense, and I think Packers can as well. Honestly, I think the Otters are doing the right thing by putting Rob and apat on the line together. They have chemistry from last season in BHL. And I honestly think this is definitely the best way they could have taken this. I don't think Rob and Mockton would have done the best together. So, yeah.
Get hit out of play here. 2:22 to go in the first period. All twos here as the score is 0-0, but both teams have 2 shots on goal. Let's see, both of the second lines out still for each team. Moncton and Packers versus Top Rages and Tango. Top Rages wins it back to himself, gets a quick 5-hole off, but Bagel Glaze stands tall in net as he goes for a little bit of a post abuse, but not able to get it, so that will go out to Tango at center ice. Tango looking to bring it in now. He gets in, but Moncton slaps it to the boards. Tango's so deadly in that corner, so many tricks up his sleeve, but Moncton's the one that comes out on top as it gets to Panda Man. Panda Man comes up to make a play on it. Packers getting it past Tango into the corner now in the Bagel zone. Packers with a great chance, but a better save by Panda Man. Packers now into the corner. Again, another snag by Panda Man as he kind of makes a careless pass out to Robe. Robe out on the ice now, looking for a curve in, but that's slapped away by Tango. It looks like a quick P3 out. It's just Robe out alone. What is he doing? I don't know what that was, but
I think he honestly couldn't tell that he had the puck there. He probably wanted to do some kind of pullback P3, and I don't think he noticed that he was all alone, so he just kind of fumbled over himself. Absolutely. That's an opportunity you just do not want to botch, but...
In alone on the goaltender for the Bagels, and Robe just pulls it back and pulls it forward to himself multiple times over and over again. That's gonna give him nightmares. You want to get this early lead against the Bagels, but the fire hasn't died for them yet as Robe takes a little bit of a pass out to apat. As apat will dump it into the zone. Youppi now collecting the puck for the first time basically on his second shift, but instantly gives forfeit possession up to apat. Youppi and apat in the corner now. Youppi will bring it behind his own net as Tango comes out on the ice to do a little bit of a top stack here for the Bagels in the last 30 seconds of play in the first period. Robe bringing it around. Gets a little bit of a step pass, and he gets it to apat, but apat takes a wide shot, nowhere close to the net. But for Robe, a quick shot, but Tango's there to block that one so it doesn't go. 15 seconds left in the first period of play. Since we talked about the shots on goal, the Bagels have not gotten one since then, since like the last 2 minutes of play. Youppi passing it to Tango. Youppi, quick shot, but Robe is there to block that one.
I want to say it was kind of all Otters at the end there. They had a lot of great opportunities. apat with a chance to do the little pullback in the net that Bagel's second line is very good at doing, and then Rob, because it was honestly like a double. To be honest, apat squandered the opportunity with his pullback, but then it went right to Rob. But Rob just shot it right into the defenseman crouching. But you know. And obviously that breakaway he had, that's just unfortunate that he botched that.
Yeah, really unfortunate, but we're going to move into a quick little community spotlight real fast. We have a lot to get through. So many great art sent our way, just absolutely amazing to see. So we're going to kick it off kind of fast. Starting it off with Ash. How about them Otters? Again, we're going to see a lot of Otters here tonight. The Otters, obviously such a supportive fan base. Moving on to Hippo on Twitter. Again, let's go Otters. Up next, we have Cassie, drawing all of the players as Otters, which I feel like if I were to see a bunch of Otters like flying towards me in full hockey gear, I don't know if I'd think that that's like the coolest thing ever or like super terrifying. But either way, Cassie made it really cool. Second Martian now on Twitch, Ruru, go Otters. Kind of cool little Easter egg there, a little ghost in the corner. That's known to be one of my favorite things. Not an otter, but I stand strong with them. Up next, did you guys know Easter was just a couple of days ago? We had an Easter egg made for the Otters from Frog on Twitter. Ohio Otters, not much to say about this. Gold tooth, yeah. Finally, I don't need Duolingo to know that this says go Otters. Ending it off, Danny. We're going to go ahead and go into a clip review scene. I'm just going to take just a moment to kind of compose some things real fast, but I will see you guys in just a moment. Nick, tell me what your thoughts are for this current game.
Pretty good game so far, just about what I expected. Actually, maybe not a little bit. I expected the Bagels to definitely be a little more offensive in that period, but the Otters, despite no Sammy the Whale, definitely playing a lot well. I think it does to do in effect with how they're running their lines. I think it's, again, I said this earlier, the best way they could have ran their lines. Robe and APAT already have chemistry from last season. They actually won the President's Trophy together on that Orlando Storm team that had an actually pretty weak second line in BHO standards. But I think that honestly just goes to show how good Rob and APAT were together. And that second line for the Otters, like I said, Moncton and Packers, like two good dynamic players. If they can figure out how to play off each other, I think they honestly could get a goal or two in this game. As for the Bagels, though, it's been looking a little rough. But anyways, period's about to start, so yeah.
Robe and Arax now on the face-off. Arax will win that back to Youppi, but Robe looking to meet him there. He doesn't, and that's a huge shot and a save by Bagel Glaze on the goal line. Bagel Glaze plays it. Now Robe has the puck behind his own net. Just a second ago, that could have been up 1-0 for the Bagels. But, ironically enough, Bagel is the one to prevent that from happening. Youppi, nice pullback from a pass from Arax, as Robe will bring the puck up the ice now. But, again, kind of forfeits possession. Arax with a nice little P3, or, 5-hole through. And it kind of goes back and forth a bunch. Kind of a dangerous play there for the Otters. So far, it looks like the Bagels are the ones to have woken up this period. APAT now trying to get out of his zone for the first time in almost a minute of play here. As that goes out to Youppi. Youppi takes a little bit of a shot, but that was going to be offsides anyway. Youppi soaring past all of the Otters, but again, Bagel Glaze stands tall in net. The shots have evened up now here in New York. 5-5 each. As another shot goes on net, but APAT makes the block there. Youppi looking to bring it past APAT, looking for the pass to Arax, but he's not able to get it. Gets past APAT one more time, but Robe will collect the puck this time, and he passes up to APAT, but APAT's not there, so Arax will collect, who passes out to Youppi, who gets a shot. It's on the goal line. Bagel Glaze makes another clear. In the last minute and a half, we have seen complete dominance from the Bagels. As Youppi with a great chance, he pulls it around, but not able to finish it off. So that will go out of the Otter zone. APAT changing for Packers. Robe up to Packers, but Packers isn't able to finish it off. Top Rage is on now for the Bagels. The second lines have come out completely for both teams. As I notice, Wally Bear is sitting on the bench for the Bagels. The Sacramento Surge coming out earlier. Showing their support for the Bagels. That is who they would want to win this game, or this whole series.
10,000 Blockey bucks for the seats. Oh, Packers with a chance off the post.
A little bit too much of a shot. Post goes wide. Moncton with a chance now, but that gets blocked by Top Rages. After complete dominance from the first line from the Bagels, the Ohio Otters second line wakes up with 2 great chances, but nothing to show for it. A pass out to Tango. Tango can't get it off. Tango pulls it back, takes a shot right into the heart of Bagel Glazed. Bagel Glazed showing why he's one of the best goaltenders in the league when he's playing at his best, and he is playing at his best right now. Tango trying to get it past Moncton. Unable to do so as they'll fight in the corner. Moncton wrapping it around his own net. But that gets shot out to Top Rages, who will dump it to the corner and then to Packers. Packers now looking to head up steam against Tango, but he's unable to do so. So Tango will take it. We've seen that move from Tango so many times where once you're in that corner, you have no idea where he's going to go with it. Such a dangerous player. So many just tools and tricks to do so many different things.
Hey, by Panda Man. Packers had a great chance there.
A little bit of a shot from weird shot. You didn't really expect to see something like that get off, but it did. As Robe is out on the ice now for the Otters. Robe collecting it now behind his own net. Tango looking for a change. He's probably going for Youppi. Yep, Youppi out on the ice now, but Ava has a chance. Shot away from Youppi. Now Youppi has a chance. He cuts to the middle. He whiffs. He had a wide open. He had no defenders on him, but not able to get the shot off. Youppi looking to get past Robe. He does, but that'll go into the corner. Robe on the back check as he gets a pass out to Arax. Arax fumbles on the puck, though. Apat storming down the ice the other way, but it's back checked by Youppi. Youppi pulling it back. It's a 2-on-1. Robe makes...
Could be affecting some player performances.
As you said that, I believe that the broadcast actually cut out for a second. I'm also East Coast and under this storm watch as well, this tornado advisory, so we apologize for any broadcast interruptions, but there's 30 seconds left now in the second period. Shots are completely tied up as Robe and Youppi are battling for it once again. Youppi pulling it back, but Robe just barely gets a stick on it to make it so he doesn't have a breakaway. Robe now with a step. He doesn't get past Youppi, though, as that gets knocked into the corner once again. Robe looking to bring it around. He's not able to get the pass out to Apat. 10 seconds left now. The Bagels have one more chance if they can get up the ice, and it looks like they're able to, but Robe is there to clear into the corner. Robe just probably going to kill time as he passes the puck off to Apat, as that will end things out in period 2 of our first game of the BHCL finals.
Yeah, another back and forth period. It started out with the Bagels just absolutely dominating. I think the Otters finally found their form when their second line came out, able to alleviate some of the pressure off of the first lines. But it's a very weird game right now. I feel like a lot of players definitely nervous, some nerves in the atmosphere, some otherworldly forces, controlling the weather, making a server, going a little crazy. But maybe it's just the nerves of the players. Maybe they're trying to find some excuses they can throw in, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think that there's been a time in BHCL or Blockey Hockey history where the lights have been brighter than now. Not only do you have so many people watching at home for the first time, but you have so much money on the line. You have so much to prove. Youppi is known to be just such a competitive player. And, you take the money out of it, and he's going to try his best no matter what. You put that into the equation, and it's just going to go so much harder. On the other side of it, you have so many players on the Otters looking to prove things. We've talked about it before, but Robe known to be a little bit of a fraud when it comes to playoffs. But this season, that narrative has not shown to be true. And even right now, he's playing extremely, extremely well against a stacked Bagels team. Bagel Glazed hasn't played goalie for quite a while, mostly his own choice there, but he's completely returned to form and is the reason why it is a 0-0 game right now. Panda Man, he's made some great saves, but he definitely has not been tested as hard so far. I mean, just so much talent on this ice and so much talent in this game. Who do you, at this point, who do you think takes this home? Who do you think wins this game 1?
I'll pick a person for each team, and it's going to be the obvious picks. It's going to be Youppi or Rob. I think it's just that simple. I feel like those are the two main offensive contributors on this team. I feel like the second lines have been good too, but it's just going to be one of them. I think, the script in my head tells me that's how it should end, and I think that's how it will end.
And not a bad script to read off of. I've actually got a crazy pick here myself. I think Wally Bear is actually going to get on the ice for the Bagels. He's been practicing in his spare time. We've seen it on his stream a few times. You know, I think that the Bagels, they have some firepower that they're not showing, a little bit of a secret weapon. But there's only 20 seconds left in what could be our final period of play in the first game. So we're going to see how it goes. I mean, there's so much riding on the line right now. The momentum in these playoff series is massive. We talked about it before, the mindset of the players.
Absolutely.
Arax winning it back to Youppi. We've seen this happen time and time again tonight. Another good start for the Bagels. We saw in the second intermission how much they just absolutely came out swinging as Youppi, a shot there, goes off the post, a shot out to Arax, a huge save by Bagel Glaze, his best of the night. Point blank shots like that, not easy to save, but Bagel sliding makes it look easy. Robe now behind his own net. Bagel staring down Youppi, letting him know he is the superior Bagel at the moment. Robe fumbling on it as he's trying to get past Youppi. Youppi now will take it to the boards himself. Taking a little bit of a shot, not going in regardless, but still dangerous chance there for the Otters. Or excuse me, for the Bagels. Robe now looking to bring it up past Arax. Instead makes a pass out to Apat, but Apat fumbles on the puck. Arax with the puck now, trying to get past Robe. He's not able to. Robe with the puck, turns it over to Youppi. Youppi now looking for another pass out to Arax, but he's not able to get it off. So that will go behind the Otters net now. Robe with the puck, looking to bring it up the ice. A little bit of a weird play as all the players step back for just a second. So Robe will come out with it for just a moment before he whiffs on it. So now Apat has possession. Apat looking to get past the Youppi back check. Not really able to, as Youppi's making a little bit of a, excuse me, I thought it was going to be an early line change, but we're already a minute and a half into this. Tango on the ice now for the Bagels. Robe looking to make a line change for himself too. The second line's out completely now. Top Rages and Tango versus Moncton and Packers. Packers trying to get it past Tango, unable to. Moncton has the puck now, but Tango's looking to intercept it. Tango does intercept it, so that will go into the corner now in the Ohio zone. A dangerous pass out to the slot, but nobody's there as Packers passes it out to Moncton, but Tango's there to retrieve it.
Say right now that the both lines are playing pretty conservatively so far to start this period. No big pinches happening, no like, you know, crazy plays happening. I've seen a lot of people back off from, you know, pucks they could probably easily pinch on. Definitely playing just, you know, very careful. They don't want to risk anything.
I think everyone's nervous to be the first one to crack.
Absolutely.
I mean, you just you don't want to be known to be the reason that, you know, the momentum you start to lose it.
Ooh. Beautiful glove save from Panda Man.
Almost an own goal by Top Rages.
Is that what happened? I thought Packers could pull it back.
Yeah, no, that was... I can't tell. I mean, Panda Man did glove it, so I'm not 100% sure, but I did see Top Rages swing his stick. Packers get past the Bagels in all alone, but that's a save up from Panda Man, keeping it a 0-0 game. Packers waking up this period, looking for a pass out to Moncton, not able to get it, and that will go out of play.
Hey, is it too late to change my picks for the winner? I just want to say, Bagel's second line, I feel like performing a lot worse against the Otters' second line. I think it's vice versa for the first line. So if the Otters want to win this game, I think they have to rely on that second line. That's my thing.
I'm going to agree with you. The second line matchup is so important in this whole setting. As Robe winning it back to himself, but Arax reads that and actually picks it off. So now we're in the Ohio zone after a face-off win from Robe. Apat getting hit in the corner and then kind of stumbles on the puck. Bagel Glaze ends up playing it, so that will go out to the Bagels. Apat in alone, but Arax in alone, but Apat makes a good back check there after whiffing on the puck at first.
Reach down to a minute 30 territory. We are entering crunch time. This is where I feel like next goal wins territory, especially.
Yeah, I mean, with the way that these goaltenders are playing, I'm pretty inclined to agree with you. We've seen this time and time again where goalies will absolutely stand on their head and go crazy, and then they let the softest goal in. So we'll see if that happens tonight. But right now, there's almost a minute to go as the shots are completely even. The game is completely even. Anyone can win it at the moment. Apat pulling it past Youppi. Arax is there to collect it, though. Not able to get it up to Youppi, but on the second hit, he does. Youppi looking for a shot, but Robe's going to ping that into the corner. Robe now bringing it around the net. Youppi meets him there though, but then Robe comes out with it, looking for a pass out to APAT. He does. APAT has a little bit of a step, a chance, shot, blocked by Arax. Arax with a step back now, shoots, and he scores! 49 seconds left, and the Bagels go up 1-0 on the Ohio Otters. The first goal of the BHCL Finals comes at such a bad time for the Otters, and such a good time for the Bagels. After a great chance, but the face-off is canceled, so we might see a little bit of discrepancies here. Or excuse me.
Wait, just call the timeout.
Yeah, actually the Otters are taking a timeout. Probably a smart play. I have a feeling we might see, I have a feeling we're going to see Robe and Packers out on the ice for them. They might even pull the goalie right off the bat. I mean, there's only 50 seconds left, so there's not much you can do at this point. I mean, you are in desperation crunch time.
Absolutely. I feel like, honestly, I don't want to be like, oh, that's a horrible goal to give up, but that goal was kind of rough from APAT. Try to take a power 3, took too much time to shoot it. I feel like you would have to at least see that Arax is going to go cover it, and then Arax is going to ping off of it, takes off the ice, and just the rest is history, obviously.
Yeah, again, APAT moving up to that first line to fill in the place of Sammy the Whale, who was expected to show tonight, but is not able to. As the Otters will try to make a face-off play, but not able to quite get it. As Robe is in all alone, it takes a shot, but that goes a weird bounce off of Panda Man. Again, another shot to Panda Man, but this time he'll glove it. 36 seconds left as Robe and Tango are battling for it in the corner. Robe trying to take his team into overtime for a chance to take home this game 1. He gets it past Youppi, but they're behind the net now. Looking for a pass out to Packers. Unable to get it. It gets out to Packers. A shot! Not on net. Tango now behind the net. The Ohio Otters pull. APAT out. Packers, a shot! Wide! Tango behind the net now, trying to clear it out. Only 10 seconds left. He's not able to get it out. Robe pinches on it now for the Otters. Again, behind the net. We've seen just a lot of back and forth. Youppi now with the puck. Only 5 seconds left. The Otters get it out, but that is not enough. It is sent into the center of the ice, icing the game here in New York. 1-0. Both the series and the score. We'll be back at 7:45. And okay, I'm back. What I was saying was, we have a lot of time until then, so we're gonna go ahead and just kind of talk about the game for just a moment there. A battle of the goaltenders, but ultimately Panda Man will secure a win with a shutout for the Bagels. We saw such good plays from the Ohio Otters goaltender Bagel Glaze, but like we mentioned, it's always those last second P3s that you wish you could take back. That goes in. That's the only goal of the game from Arax after the Otters were up a huge advantage just a second earlier. Oh. Connecting, what are your thoughts on things?
See, a brutal way for that game to end. It's just, honestly, it's just unfortunate, to be honest. Big ping from Arax, good block from him, takes it up the ice, P3 in the net. But I feel like, again, that's just one goal you want back. The Otters were playing, I feel like they were playing pretty well in the third. I feel like they got their mojo together, and especially at the end there, when they pulled the goalie, they had chance after chance. It's just unfortunate. Passes weren't exactly where they needed to be. Packers missing a couple shots just wide of the net. But just, I think, honestly, that was a lot closer than what I would expected to. Definitely expected the Bagels to come out just, I wouldn't say blowing the Otters away, but I feel like they definitely maybe should have ran away with that game. But the Otters is showing that they're not not done yet. Very excited for game 2 and to see how that turns out. I'm sure the Otters, I feel like even though you lost in that fashion, I feel like they wouldn't be too demoralized. I feel like you want to, take the positives. You played very well. Just kind of an unfortunate goal to give up, and I feel like they might be able to take that back and take it forward.
Yeah, I mean, like it's such a shame to end that way for the Otters because they had such a good chance right before that, and you think back to the chemistry that we've seen between Sammy the Whale and Robe, and you wonder, does this scenario happen if Sammy the Whale's there in place of APAT? Does he take the shot? Does he cut? Does he pass? I mean, there's so many what ifs. But as it stands right now, it doesn't matter. The Bagels are up 1-0 for the series, and that's so huge going into the future. Now the good thing is is that doesn't matter going into game 2. You know, the game 2 is a whole new game. We could see the Bagels come out and absolutely dominate. We could see the Otters do that in place. There's so many chances tonight. But again, we know that Sammy the Whale won't make a return for game 2 either. So they're going to be running the same lines. And you're just wondering after that, is Robe going to trust APAT like he did in the first game? Or are we going to kind of see Robe revert back into being a little bit more selfish with the puck, not making those passes, trying to force the puck in himself? I mean, it'll be really interesting to see kind of how these players try to adapt between games. I think that the second line here for the Ohio Otters is what going to be the win condition tonight. Packers had such good chances, but just wasn't able to finish on any of them.
I do agree with that. I feel like I said, the Otters had a lot of good chances. I feel like that Robe miss on that breakaway, I think it was in the first period, that is just one that is going to haunt you, especially if you lose
when he
series.
was pulling it back and forth. Yeah, you just kind of have to wonder what was up with him in that scenario. But we have about 15 minutes before the next game time. We might bring it back slightly early. Not 100% sure on that yet. But at the current moment, 7:45 is when the next game will begin. And we will see you guys then. All right, we're joined a little bit of an interview between games just to pass the time. Ghostyferret interviewing Youppi after his win. Take it away.
Yeah, hello. So you're here with the game 1 winner here, Youppi. Youppi, how do you feel after winning game 1 in a very tight contest?
You know, I'm really, really happy with the result. I think that despite the really close scoreline, I think we kind of figured out this Otters team that we had so much trouble with in the regular season. Bay Glaze had an incredible game, and I think that we outplayed them when it came to scoring chances and just overall control of the puck. Obviously, first period, we always start slow, but I'm pretty confident going into a game 2 that we're going to already have the jitters out and we'll come up flying.
A great performance there from Arax. Obviously, a great defensive play that turned into a goal there. How do you feel on his performance? And I guess he did play very good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Arax, we kind of know what we're going to get from him at this point. He's been super consistent for us ever since he moved into the lineup. I still think it's really funny. He dropped to the 5th round, and no other team in the league really thought he was starter potential. We picked him and Emberville back to back, and he's just been fantastic for us. A great presence on the team, wants to get better, and as you see today, it's paying off, putting up big goals for us.
He is. He's honestly, it felt like he's been the most, consistent goal scorer on this team as he's been in the lineup. But one thing is, how does your second line feel? They had a bit of a shaky game, gave up some, decent quality chances. Do you think they're going to be fine going into game 2?
Yeah. I mean, Topper just had a few connection issues, as he does. You've played with him.
Yeah, he has
stuff happens. We had a couple issues on the second line. We were kind of all over the place at points, but I think going into a game 2, they're going to be a lot more confident. We just won, so we know we're capable of winning. And I think that's the confidence they needed. And I think once they score their first goal this series, it's going to be all over for the Otters' second line.
I love the confidence you have in your team.
Of course.
Pandaman obviously played a phenomenal game as well. A couple game-saving saves, in my opinion. Gloved a couple. I'm not sure if they were going to be own goals, but picking a couple off the line. He played great. How do you feel on his performance as well?
We like Arax, we know what we're gonna get with Panda Man this season. As long as we're not the ones shooting onto him, he's usually gonna make the save, and he's super reliable. And I'm so happy to have him on the team. And he stepped up for this game 1, and I'm hoping we could continue that in the game 2.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like he had a bit of a curse on that. He couldn't get a shutout earlier in the season, but it seems like he's finally, kind of broke that. Good for him. Luke, the cameraman here, do you have any questions for Youppi?
Yeah, do you think that going into game 2, you're going to have to adjust anything? Do you think that the Otters are going to make any adjustments? Just kind of looking ahead, what do you expect to see from both teams?
No. They don't seem like a team that really thinks too much about the game. They kind of just go out there, they play their game, they play how they want to play. I'm really confident in the gameplay and in the style of play that we've adapted to counter that. And the way that they like to forecheck is we found it to be, kind of predictable from watching the games back we played against them. And I don't see a reason why they're going to make adjustments. I mean, there's a reason that an unnamed player on that team has not had a lot of playoff success in the past.
I mean,
Bit of a sneak this there.
A lot of confidence, obviously coming from you, one of the best players in the league, if not the best player in the league.
I mean, that's disrespectful, but okay, go on.
Robe, obviously, he didn't have a game where he got on the scoring sheet, but he didn't have an awful game. One of his best chances just kind of completely whiffed on the puck, pulling it back and forth. What was kind of the reaction from the bench when he got past everybody and then did that?
A sigh of relief. Obviously, we made a mistake, and that's going to happen. But as ZDXW likes to say, you can't win without luck, which I'm not too sure if that's exactly true, but in this case, it kind of did come true. So thankful for that.
I think that's all the questions I have. I don't know if anyone else in here has anything.
If anyone has any questions, I'd be glad to ask. I don't want to take up too much of this time, as he does have another game to play.
Yeah. But thank you guys for the questions. Always love to be on here, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess we will send it back to break. Until then, thank you, Youppi, for your time, and go Otters. He didn't get a chance to respond.
You're slacking. Bye.
Okay. And we are back. BHCL Finals. Game 2. The Bagels just taking Game 1 with 40 seconds to spare on the clock. Such a close game up until the very end, obviously. Ghostyferret now with us in the booth. I am Luke, your commentator for the game. Ghostyferret, color commentary. Ghostyferret, what did you kind of see in, that entire match? Such a back and forth.
I saw two lines dominating. The Bagels' first line felt like they were very dominant compared to the Otters, but then on the other side, it completely flips, as the Otters' second line just felt like they were kind of dominating the Bagels' second line. Despite that, it made the game very close. Despite the quote unquote domination of the lines, still very defensive play. Obviously, in the finals, teams are scared to let up a goal, and just one mistake for the Otters, and that kind of cost them the game behind a great Bagel Glaze performance, in my opinion. But a very tight game, I thought.
Yeah, huge, just absolutely amazing play from Bagel Glazed. Almost that entire game, giving up a goal so late in the third, probably a little bit of a confidence killer, which isn't good if you're Ohio. Kind of going to be interested to see now how Ohio adapts. Do they kind of take a foot off the gas a little bit? Does Robe not pass to APAT as much after making that play? Do the Bagels respond by keeping the pressure going? I'm kind of really interested to see how these teams adapt. Youppi saying that he doesn't think we'll get any adaptation out of the Otters. He thinks that they're fairly one-dimensional, but that remains to be seen, as Carl Jacobs is now on the ice for the Bagels, showing his support. But kind of, if you're just joining us now, kind of a weird thing. Whale, Sammy the Whale, not here tonight. He was expected to make his appearance, but I'll give you guys the story. Basically, what happened was Sammy the Whale, his laptop breaks, goes to a PC cafe to play a game last Friday. He gets a new laptop on Saturday, decides, I want my data back, so he sends it to Best Buy to get his data transferred between laptops. Best Buy has been holding that laptop hostage ever since. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna go back to the PC cafe. So he Ubers out to the PC cafe, only to find out that they are closed today. So, not only is he out probably quite a bit of money, but there will be no Blockey Hockey for him tonight. And that is why we say that there is absolutely no chance of him making an appearance, because there's no chance of him getting on a computer. We've
Only
seen
Best Buy knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I heard, I did see a wire transfer from the New York Bagels to the Best Buy organization, but I didn't know what that was about. I figured maybe they were just updating their equipment a little bit, but enough with the conspiracy theories. 30 seconds to go. Ghostyferret, what do you think we're going to see?
Youppi was very confident in his interview, and when he said that he didn't think it was obviously going to make adjustments, I don't necessarily disagree with him. This team is shown to just play one certain style of hockey, and that's their style. They're going to stick to that. They're going to ride or die with that style, and I do think that's what's going to happen here. I'm not sure if it's going to help them out, because they had good chances, in my opinion. Just, a lack of finishing, but I do think that the Bagels will still manage to take this one.
That last game was just so close between the two. I mean, it really could have been anyone's game. There were so many chances back and forth. So I really don't know what we're going to see here tonight. I am, an Otters truther. I will say this is a true story. On my way home today, I did see a billboard with an otter on it. So I was hoping to take that as a sign that that means the Otters are going to come out on top. But maybe it was a sign of, a lost otter in, Sammy the Whale. We get, really symbolic about that. But anyway, face-off underway now as we see both of the same lines return, Robe and APAT versus Arax and Youppi.
Oh, and
sorry about that. No, I was fixing the camera. A little bit of a scuffed broadcast tonight for anyone that's joining. If you get buffering, anything like that, a lot of our players are East Coast, getting affected by a storm right now. A lot of the staff is as well. So you'll just have to bear with us. Robe trying to get the puck past Arax. He's able to. Gets in a break. Panaman flying out of the net to try to make the save. Robe gets past Panaman too, but leaves the puck on the doorstep. Youppi now with a chance. Getting past everybody, but Robe makes the back check. Very similar to what we saw in Game 1. Robe with a huge opportunity at the very beginning, just completely whiffing on it. Youppi now dancing around Ohio's defense. Youppi looking to take the puck off of APAT. He does. Into the corner it goes. Robe bringing the puck up. Arax there to make the stop. But Robe gets around. A shot! Score! Robe, 1-0, only 55 seconds into this game. Robe waking up with a vengeance, showing that this fight is not done. He is not a fraud. There is still so much game and series left to be played. Just a second ago, we saw basically the same exact thing happen, but this time Robe finishes. Ghostyferret, what's different this time? Why does it work now?
Honestly, it's just Robe. He decides that finally, he can finish, and he knows he can, and he managed there to tuck it in. I don't know what happened the last time, he had the puck there, but he just decided to finish this time. That's all, really.
Well, I'm glad that he finally decided to finish. Probably a lot of very happy to do that as we go to another face-off here. Robe winning it to himself, cutting past Arax. A shot, this time saved by Panda Man. 3 shots on net now for Ohio, to the Bagels, none. Robe now with trying to bring the puck in. He's unable to get past Panda Man as Panda Man clears it to Youppi. Youppi now with the puck. A 2-on-1 developing the other way. Youppi takes a shot, passes out to Arax, bounces off of Bagel. Youppi trying to pull the puck back, but Apat gets the clear. Apat with the puck now, curving past Arax. Arax reads it well and defends. Robe with another P3 from the slot, or far out, but this time it is saved as it ends up on Apat's stick. Robe with the puck. A little bit of a fight down in the neutral zone right now as Youppi comes away with it. Youppi dancing around the defense, but not able to get past Robe. I'm sorry. That was gross.
Youppi?
There was a lot of weird developments right there, and I don't really know what to say about it. Top Rages gets a shot, not on net. As what is going on? They didn't teach me how to commentate this style of gameplay in the academy. Anyway, Tango bringing the puck now behind the Otters net. Tango comes out on top with it, but then leaves it for Moncton. Moncton now trying to get past Top Rages. He does, and alone, he leaves it on the doorstep again. We've seen this story time and time again from the Ohio Otters. They just need to, click the puck all the way through. Tango storming up the ice now, looking to get past everybody. He's unable to as it goes into the corner. Tango wrapping it around the Ohio net. So dangerous with his pullbacks. We don't really know what to expect to see from him, but he passes it out to Top Rages, who's unable to finish. Top Rages knocking it into the corner, ends up on Packer's stick. Packers now fighting with Tango. Looking for another pass out, but this time it's collected by Moncton, filling in for Sammy the Whale. Tango and Moncton now battling for it. Tango not really having full possession of it, but finally he gets it as it goes back up the other way. Tango now with a little bit of a step past everybody, but Packers makes a good back check. Packers playing so well in game 1, showing that, he really deserves to have his spot solidified here as Moncton changes for Robe. Robe getting a little bit too aggressive here, almost giving Top Rages a chance, but Top Rages is unable to get his stick on it. Robe bringing it up now. A pass out to Apat. We saw this last time. A shot saved from Panda Man. Glove down and frozen. This time Arax cheating a little bit on the side of Apat, maybe not expecting, or excuse me, on the side of Robe, maybe not expecting Robe to make that pass, or excuse, that was actually Tango doing that. But he makes a pass, a great shot from Apat, but a better save from Panda Man. 5-1 shots are now in favor of Ohio, as Robe will win the face-off. Unable to finish his opportunity, though. We've seen him do quite a few tricky face-off plays, so kind of hoping to see a cheeky little goal right there if you're an Ohio fan. Youppi pulling it past Apat, but not able to get completely past him, as Arax will make a defensive play. Youppi now with a chance, center ice, P3, right into the heart of Robe. Arax collecting that puck after it goes careening off of Robe's chest cavity. Youppi now bringing the puck past everybody, but Robe makes a back check. 40 seconds to go left in period 1. Ohio leading 1-0. Shots 5-3. Youppi wanting to tie it up before the end of this period, but Apat will have a chance. He's in alone. He steps, shoots wide of the net. No crossbar, no post. Youppi looking to go back the other way, but that's intercepted by Robe. Youppi ends up coming out on top with it as Robe will P3 it into the corner. APAT now with the puck. 15 seconds to go. Just trying to kill time. Stamina's probably getting pretty low out there for quite a few players as the Bagels are top stacking. Tango with the puck now, passing it out to Youppi. Robe makes it clear. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that will be the end of the first period. First things first, we're going to have a little bit of a look at the community spotlight. Yay.
Luke's favorite intermission activity.
It is my favorite thing. The fans have been absolutely phenomenal this season. Ohio fans especially really coming through. So, you know, why not, you know, give them their props, give them their credits. We have a lot to get through and not a lot of time. So let's go ahead and start this. Starting it off, we got Lexi. This is the only time I think you will see the Bagels referenced in somewhat of a positive light tonight. Just Foolish and Carl Jacobs watching the stream, wearing their jerseys. Coming up next, we have Womp with Sammy the Whale fan art. Kind of sad that he's not here, but I believe he is watching the broadcast, so he can see this. This is the what could have been tonight for Ohio. Following that up, we have Crew with probably one of the best opportunities for a desktop background I've ever seen. Just absolutely phenomenal. I love just the handwritten Ohio in the background. Following that up, we have Molly, who I'd like to point out, on Twitter, you have this neat little feature where you can explain what is happening in the photo. And on this one, it said an otter eating the bagels, and then in parentheses, there was a B in front of beating, or eating, so it was actually the otters beating the bagels. Following that up, we have Sousy with one of the best arts I've seen this entire season. I mean, this looks like it was taken straight out of, like, the coolest manga you have ever seen. Just all the players on the Ohio Otters looking so determined. I mean, I could talk about this for such a long time. This is absolutely phenomenal. It is so good. Finally, for art, we have Dora, Foolish Bubbles on Twitter, with a very cute otter, just sleeping. He's got the cup right behind him. But besides that, real fast, we actually have one more thing that I'm going to play real fast. A little bit of a language warning coming up, I guess. We have a quick little edit from TikTok. Just cool little edit. Oh, that's not it. Okay.
Luke messing up the broadcast.
It's deciding that it does not want to do anything.
I mean, it has its own thoughts, its own opinions.
There we go. Here we go.
Fuck the big three, nigga. It's just big me, nigga. Boom. What? I'm really like that. And your best work is a light pack, nigga. Prince outlived Mike Jack, nigga. Boom. For all your dogs getting buried, that's a K with all these nines. He gon' see Pet Cemetery, nigga. Boom.
I gotta bring it back off of that as we are about to begin underway, but yeah, I'm sorry that got scuffed out at the last second. 5 seconds to go here. What are your thoughts on the game so far, Ferret? Who takes this home? Who wins it?
Honestly, with just the way this game's going, I feel like the Otters are going to take this entire series.
APAT now with the chances to get past Youppi. A rocket off of Panda-Man, and then a shot from Robe. 2-0 Ohio Otters from an assist from APAT 8. A great rebound opportunity for the Otters, and Robe will bury it home. As you said a second ago, the Otters looking so alive, not letting that loss affect them from the first game. 2-0 now, the first time we've seen Panda-Man falter in this whole series, and he's done it twice so far. Shots are now 7-0 for the Ohio Otters, 7-3 for the Ohio Otters. I mean, what do you have to say about that? I mean, that's just textbook hockey.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I'm looking at the Bagels here, and with Youppi teams, they're very strong defensively. I normally don't see them overcommitting there. Big mistake on the Bagels there that we just normally don't see from them.
Yeah, Youppi, going into this game, very, very confident that we weren't going to see any sort of adaptation from the Otters. And I mean, they are certainly just playing the game that they've grown to play, but it's working this time around as Robe gets another chance. Panda-Man flying up to make a flying poke check. He's able to get it off. APAT clearing it out. Robe gets another chance, a 5-hole, but then Panda-Man saves that. Arax now with the puck after a chaotic moment there for the Bagels. Another little bit of a chance there, but not quite on the goal line as it gets cleared away from Panda-Man. Robe now stopping Youppi from getting past. A quick shot, but Panaman makes the glove save. He plays it. Robe behind his own net now, as both of the Bagels players followed him for just a second. Youppi looking to get it out past Robe. It has been all Otters here in the second period so far of Game 2, as Robe will hit it out of play.
I don't know what it is, but the Bagels just, they're not awake. I mean, I don't really know how to describe it, but they're kind of going through the motions out there, which, again, is very rare for a Youppi team. They just don't look like they're playing with confidence right now.
Yeah, earlier on in the stream, we said that, or excuse me, earlier on in the season, the Bagels mentioned that they think that they're always better in the second game than the first game, but right now the opposite is proving to be true. As Packers just got a little bit of a good chance there. It probably would have been offsides, but still, any shot counts. You know, you're trying to just tear into the faith of the Otters, as Tango dancing past the defense gets a great shot, but Bagel Glaze still standing tall in net. 4 shots now for the Bagels, all saved by Bagel Glaze. Moncton, alone, takes a shot, bouncing off of Panda Man, not quite able to get it. His own team almost own goaling it. We've seen Top Rages do that quite a few times. Moncton now collecting it in his own zone, trying to get past Top Rages in Tango. He's unable to, as he hits the puck out of play. So we'll take a look back at that scramble out in front of the Bagels net just a second ago. I'm going to be honest. This is probably like the hardest commentating I've ever had to do, because I keep wanting to say that Bagel is the goaltender for the Bagels. And it keeps tripping up on my words every time there's a shot. Robe now with the puck. Both of the first lines out. Excuse me, not all the first lines out. As a shot off the post, Robe will tap in for his hat trick. 3-0 for the Ohio Otters in Game 2.
Bagels, what are you doing? I mean, it's as the game gone on, it's just getting worse and worse. And I mean, if you're the Bagels, you're very lucky that it's only 3-0. The first period was not much better. It seems like, I don't know what happened over intermission, but this Otters team has learned how to finish, and it's kind of getting ugly. I'm not gonna lie, Luke.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that interview from Youppi took him out. Maybe he just kind of undialed in for just a second there. But Robe's dropped 3 on him, which is extremely surprising. And they've been all great plays and great chances from Robe, really just creating his own offense there. We saw them stacking for just a second with Packers out on the ice, but it was really just all Robe. Robe now with the puck, looking to pass it to Apat. Instead, he elects to cut and then pass out to Apat. A shot off the post! This time it doesn't go in. Youppi again cheating over towards Robe, expecting him not to make the pass. He does, and now he gets past Robe. Unable to get past Apat, though. Apat trying to make up defensive plays for his misplay in the first game that would ultimately cost them the victory. Youppi now trying to get a little bit of momentum going for the Bagels, as Robe is unable to get a narrow shot off. Halfway through the second period now, Robe with another chance, looking to get past Arax. He does, but Arax will make a good back check clear. Apat changing out for Packers. We start to see the return of the second lines here for each team. Robe bringing it around the net. Packers making the clear. So Robe still battling with possession for it. Arax unable to clear it from Robe. Now he'll get a chance. Robe, a shot into the heart of Panda Man. Panda Man standing tall. Out in front. A pullback. A save. Packers now. Packers unable to continue the shot streak, as Youppi looking to get past Robe, unable to. Robe's back there, and now Robe's back the other way. A 2-on-1 developing. Robe instead takes a shot off the post. Panda Man clears it this time, not letting the same mistake happen for his 4th goal against the night. Robe looking to repeat his 3rd shot, but Panda Man's all too wise for that to happen twice. Packers now looking for his chance. A great curve to center ice, but Top Rages makes the save. Tango and Top Rages looking to come alive for the Bagels, but they're not able to at the current moment, as Moncton gets past everybody, and then again a shot against their own goalie, but Tango past everybody. He's in alone, and he whiffs on the puck, and now he shoots. A save, a shot, goal, Tango. 1-3 for the Ohio Otters, but Tango proves that there is still life to this Bagels team. Ghostyferret, walk us through that.
Yeah, I mean, A great play from Tango is that's the second time he's just driven it up the puck against this team, and I think the Otters think they cleared it, but a great pullback there. Tango doing the fast pull perfectly. Bagel gets over there to make a great first save, but it's really hard to make that rebound save right there.
I mean, when the puck's just bouncing around in front of the net, you kind of never know where it's going to go. Kind of always favors the side of the offense. As we see Panda Man getting on the score sheet too. That was assists from all players on the ice for the Bagels. Top Rage is trying to win it past Moncton. He does. He elects to get past Packers, but stops for just a second, even though he did get past Packers. Top Rage is now looking to go for his patented corner play, but he's not able to pull it off, as Packers and Top Rages are fighting for it behind the nets now. Top Rage is looking to pass out to Tango, as Tango has a little bit of an opening, but Moncton crouches, blocks that puck, sends it back into the corner. 40 seconds remaining in period 2. Bagels finally coming to life, as Top Rage just walks away, and Packers isn't going to take his opportunity to step on the fact that he's obviously going for a line change. Almost a fatal error, as Tango cuts in, looking to make a save, or cut the goal down to only 1. Out in front of the Ohio net, nobody there to answer it. Top stacking the Bagels, Youppi and Tango both on the ice as APAT trying to get past both of them. Unable to get past Tango. Change. Bad opportunity for the Ohio Otters. As there's only 5 seconds left to go, as Tango will send it a little bit too far into the corner, but a great play by Youppi. He shoots, scores! 1.7 left on the clock, and now we have a 1-goal game.
It felt like it was 3-0 30 seconds ago, and it's not getting scary for the Otters. You have still a period to play. There's not a ton of game left, but there is still plenty for the Bagels to come back and take the lead. The Otters they're in a dangerous spot here. They gotta really lock down.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it earlier on. Is that a lot of the times teams will mentally boom when they are down in the series, in a game. Once the momentum starts to shift, it is really hard to come back from in Blockey Hockey. There's just not enough time. But with a Youppi team, they're known to not have that same issue, because Youppi can just go, guys, we win this. Like, don't worry about it. And that might be exactly what we see here, as time will expire in the second period. Now the score, 3-2 in favor of the Ohio Otters. But Ghostyferret, just what are your thoughts on this game in general? How it's gone? We saw absolute domination from Robe, and now it looks like maybe a complete collapse from the Otters.
Yeah, Robe, it seemed like he could just do whatever he wanted out there the first 8 minutes of this game. Really, he was doing whatever he wanted out there, scoring. Panama made a couple of nice saves, and it just eventually they got 1 goal on that second goal there. Honestly, the Otters are winning this game on the scoreboard, but it feels like they're going to lose. I hate to say that, obviously. I don't want to be biased or anything, but it just feels like it's going to be really hard for the Otters to kind of slow down the Bagels here, because when Youppi gets hot, he gets hot, and he scores in bunches. We've seen him do it multiple times this season against teams like the Blizzard, Earthquakes, and really every team. It feels like he's just scored in bunches. I mean, Luke, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, I believe, I might be wrong on this, but I believe Youppi scored 4 goals in a matter of like a minute 30 seconds to come back from a 2-0 deficit against the Blizzard, which is another top team that we just saw the Ohio Otters take down. But, I really think that this is honestly going to come up to the second lines. We've seen quite a bit of a stalemate from the first lines, and Packers in the first game was playing so well, so many chances that he just wasn't able to finish on. And I think that if he can just lock in, he's got like 3 minutes of gameplay right on the clock when you factor in his shift time. If he can just lock in for those 3 minutes, play the best goddamn blocky hockey of his life, then the Otters will come out on top. But they were faltering. Tango was starting to really warm up there at the end, and now Youppi's on the scoreboard too. I mean, it's such a scary position for Ohio.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And Tango's first goal, and he just kind of walked through everybody, and that's not the first time we've seen him do that. He did that earlier in the game, I believe, in the first period, where it was just effortless for him. But I mean, we're talking about the second lines here. I want to bring up Top Rages. It felt like he hasn't really done anything at all so far this series. I think he needs to wake up, in my opinion, as Tango's already looked pretty solid.
That's a good point. We have not talked about Top Rages, and honestly, it's because I have not thought about him because he has done nothing so far. Not much to say there, as we only have 5 seconds before this next period. Such a intense game now after looking like it was out of hand for the Bagels literally like 2 minutes ago. I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, anything can happen in BHL, so
That's
it so
true.
crazy?
Didn't we see your team give up 4 goals to the worst team in the league last season?
Yes, we did. We don't talk about that though.
We just did. Anyway, Robe with the puck now, but he forfeits it up to Arax. Arax with a chance, a shot bouncing off of Bagel Glaze. Bagel trying to go back to form how he played in the first game after giving up 2 goals late in the second period. Arax now with momentum. You can tell the Bagels obviously trying to get back in the game as best as they can. Youppi looking to make a shot, but unable to, so Robe will storm back down the ice. Actually backing off, giving Youppi possession of it. Looking like they're just content to try to play defense here to win the game, but I think that's a mistake. Youppi had a little bit of space, but forfeits the puck to Robe. And now we see Robe go the other way, hit into Arax. Arax will crouch to make that block as APAT clears it up, and both of the Ohio players will step on it. And then Robe looking to get past Arax, unable to as Arax sends it flying into the corner. Youppi sending it right out in front of the net, but he is obviously aware that the Ohio Otters are playing a little bit more passively. He's able to make, look for that same space that he wouldn't be able to if it was earlier in the game. Youppi passing it out to Arax. APAT will just dump it back to Robe. Robe with a little bit of a shot opportunity, as not quite sure what the Bagels were doing there. If Robe had a P3 charged up, that was actually going a great shot. Robe and Youppi battling for it on the corner boards. That is the story of the night. We've seen it happen time and time again, and it will continue to happen as Youppi comes in, but Bagel is going to glove that down and then play it, trying to keep the clock running, not let a offensive zone face-off happen, as those are so dangerous in the Blockey Hockey League. Youppi now with the puck again, trying to get past Arax as the Bagels are line changing. Top Reach is out now. Youppi now with the puck. We see a little bit of a mixed match from both of the lines. Both of the top players staying out, trying to get as much ice time as possible. Youppi now favoring to look for a change. He doesn't. Elects to P3 it to Top Rages. Top Rages with a shot off the post, and it's cleared away.
Oh my goodness.
What a turn of events on the goal line. Looks like Top Rages he might wake up. He might tie the game. Bagel absolutely robbing the chance, bouncing around on both posts, and yet it stays out. Moncton now with the puck. A little bit of a dangerous hit there, but that's not going to get called. Playoff hockey, we play on. Looks like the storm is starting to hit me so in case I lose connection, just bear with us. Sorry about that. Tornado watch. Moncton now with the puck, trying to wrap it around the net. He's not able to. 2 minutes in this game. Only a 1-goal deficit. Anything can happen now as Tango has the puck. P3s it out to Top Rages. Top Rages with a little bit of a step. He looks to get past Moncton, not able to, as Moncton will clear it into the corner. Top Rages trying to get it out to Tango. Tango elects not to take the shot on that opportunity, and that will forfeit the possession to Packers, but he's back for defense, and he makes a good play. Moncton now with a chance. Shot. Pandaman gloves that down. Plays it behind his own net. Now Moncton's a little bit far back, but Tango can't quite keep the momentum going. Youppi out on the ice now. Youppi with a great chance, as that was a horrible line change from Packers. Dancing around. He comes in, gets past Bagel, scores! Tie game now, as the Bagels celebrate, coming from a 3-goal deficit, 3 unanswered goals for the Bagels. Carl Jacobs piling around his star player, acting like he's done anything for this team on the ice.
I mean, that's a line change of all time, people. I mean, you can't get much better than that.
I mean, like, if you're Robe there, it just sucks. You can't do much. You're so behind on the play. Not just such a misplay from the Otters. Again, the second time we've seen just a defensive lapse that might cost them the game at this point. Now it's tied. I mean, and all the momentum's going in favor of the Bagels. Youppi now with the puck. As again, I can see it on my screen. Robe cutting in now, gets past Arax, but Apat's not there to finish it off. Youppi coming down the other way. Robe looking to make the same play he's done several times. Whether he takes the shot or make the pass, it remains to be seen. This time he elects to whiff on the puck. He's past Youppi this time, but Youppi's trying to make the step back. He's able to. A minute to go here in game 2. We're 50 seconds away from overtime. Looking like it's a next goal win situation, just like last time. As Tango will come on the ice, we see the classic top stack. Apat cuts in, but Panaman comes flying out, passing it out to Youppi. Youppi and Robe battling for it once again, but Youppi will come out on top this time. Robe changing for Packers, almost another dangerous chance there as Apat gets on the ice, but Moncton doesn't jump on right away. That leads to a little bit of an advantage for the Bagels. They have possession of the puck now, passing it out to Top Rages. Top Rages isn't there. Moncton will clear it to center ice. 20 seconds to go in game 2, period 3. Top Rages versus Moncton. At this point, the Bagels trying to just put it away. They have all the momentum. Ohio Otters trying to stop the bleeding. 8 seconds to go, but in such a dangerous position as Tango is so good with those curves. Behind the net, time winds down, and that will be the end of the regulation. We got overtime, baby. Ghostyferret, walk us through how this game's going.
Yeah, I mean, it was pure domination from Robe specifically, in the first 8 minutes of this game, and it's just been falling ever since. I mean, it's been just downhill. The Bagels scored that third goal to tie. All momentum's on their side. I was asking myself, can the Otters hang on to even bring this game to OT with the way the momentum was looking for the Bagels? Right now, anything that the Otters do, it looks like they're struggling. They have no momentum on their side. They choked 3-0 lead, which, in the finals, it's more magnified when you choke a lead like that. Luke, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is such a desperate place to be for the Otters, and it sucks too because again, I always say this, as crazy it is to say, they're missing one of their best players, Sammy the Whale. You think that if Sammy the Whale's here, it could be a completely different story tonight. Apat was the replacement on the first line that made that costly mistake in game 1, and now we're kind of seeing a repeat, kind of similar things to that in game 2. Just they seem like they don't quite have the same flow that they normally do, which is understandable. They have to completely mix everything up, and for what it's worth, they've played extremely well. They were leading 3-0 at one point. They were tied 0-0 in game 1, and yet look at where we are now. They are a goal away from going down 0-2 in such a dire series. You have so much money on the line. You have so much pride on the line, and if you go down 0-2, I mean, this is so hard to come back from, especially with a team like the Bagels, just stacked from top to bottom. Ohio, a little bit of like an underdog story. I mean, they have talent, but nobody expected them to play as well as they have together. They've just really come alive and shown that it's not necessarily all skilled. There's chemistry involved with these things too. It's not one player that makes a team, and it's an entire team. And you have players like Bagel Glazed who have just constantly kept the team in the game. You have Robe who puts the team on his back and scores just all of their points and all of their goals. And you're just hoping that one of the other players can come alive just for one more goal tonight, and they can take home a game and make it a tied series. But I mean, it remains to be seen. Packers, he was playing so well, and now he's just, I mean, he was the one that line changed for that third goal.
Yeah, I mean, and he's supposed to be, the second star on this team. That he really, I mean, obviously he needs to wake up, but this right here is the biggest period of hockey that, in my opinion, they're going to play this season up to this point. So if they lose here, they just, again, as you said, it's tough being down 2 in a series, especially against a team like the Bagels.
Yeah, well, game is starting. It looks a little bit laggy here. I apologize for that, as again, we've mentioned it before, but there's quite a bit of a storm going on as Robe kind of making a dangerous play as Youppi is right on his tail, and that will get hit out of play. I'm gonna take a second to see if I can do anything to calm things down on stream, but I don't think there's much we can do here. Robe electing to play the puck himself after giving the puck to apat. Looking to get past the Bagels offense. We've seen him do it 3 times so far. apat whiffing on the puck for a second, almost giving a chance to Arax, but Robe will come out on top and then take a quick shot against Pandaman. Pandaman makes a good save, clears it out to Youppi, and then Robe gets another shot and it goes out to Youppi again. Youppi looking to get past apat. He's able to, as he'll go around the net. He gets a good pullback, looking for a pass out to Arax, not able to get it as apat makes a good clear. apat storming down the ice now for the Otters. Just one more goal is all it takes to win the game here tonight. Such a monumental momentum shift in general. Robe pulling it back. A little bit of a dangerous play there as Youppi was expecting it, but not able to do anything with it. Youppi now with the puck. He whiffs on it. Robe will take his ice, looking for a pass out to apat. He passes it. Kind of a weird play. A pass back. Robe with a chance. He shoots it. Glove save by Pandaman. Probably the biggest of his career so far. Youppi now with the puck. Wrapping around his own net. In overtime, every mistake is so costly. You see players start to play so passively. What is... As Moncton and I believe Packers both change at the same time. That is too many men. So now Ohio will go down a man, and the Bagels will go up on the power play for the next 30 seconds of play. Again, just these little mistakes that might cost them the game. If you're Ohio, you might be thinking about calling a timeout right now to give Robe his full stamina back, as I know it's going to be running a little bit low, and it looks like they do. So we will probably see a top stack. I think we might see a top stack of Tango and Youppi out, but so far that is not what we've seen. So it looks like they might not do that. But I don't know. I feel like knowing Youppi, he's the kind of guy that would go for the egregious play to put the game out of hand. I'm going to win it.
Yeah, especially with how good he's been on power plays. I wouldn't be surprised, but it looks like he's just going to play it safe here.
Yep. I mean, like we said, in overtime, you see a lot of players play safe. As Arax wins it to Youppi. Youppi looking to cut towards the middle, but not able to get the final shot off, as Robe now is flying up the ice. Very aggressive penalty kill, but now Youppi will have possession of it. 20 seconds to go on the power play, and the Bagels have full possession of it, as Youppi takes a shot. It's blocked by Robe. Arax wide open, but no pass. 10 seconds to go. We are more than 33% of the way through this penalty kill, as Youppi's trying to get it out to Arax. He's not able to. Still, he gets it out. Arax not able to get his stick on it. A shot saved by Bagel Glaze. Gloves it down and then plays it. Now we have both teams at full strength, full stamina. This is basically just a reset of the very beginning of overtime. Robe now with the puck, trying to get it out of his zone, trying to get a little bit of momentum back from this game that's gotten out of hand for Ohio, as he clears it away from Youppi. Around his own net, Youppi will meet him on the other side. He pulls it back, passes it out to apat. apat probably going to look for the pass back, elects to play it instead. It catches Arax off guard. Arax will clear it into his own corner. Arax now with the puck. But apat will come out on top, getting the pass out to the middle, looking to pass out to Robe, but not able to get his stick on it for the final time. As finally he's able to do it, Pandaman goes sliding out of the way, but that doesn't matter, as apat doesn't get a final shot. Youppi now on Robe's trail, but Robe will still gain possession of it. Catches Youppi off guard by pulling it back, but he's not able to get past him, as Youppi will clear it into the corner once again. Youppi with the puck now. Top rages out on the ice for the Bagels. I expect to see some changes here for both teams, as Youppi will get off the ice now for Tango. apat and Packers, both of the full lines out for each team. In game one, the second line was definitely favoring the Otters. In game two, the story is not the same, as Packers gets past Tango. A shot saved by Pandaman. apat with the puck now, passing it out to Packers. Tango will meet him there, but Packers will pull it back. Cuts towards the side. Top Rages meets him there this time, looking to get past apat, but backs off. Packers with the puck now. Packers looking to give apat a little bit of time to change, I believe, and it looks like the Bagels are offside, so he will take that opportunity now. Moncton out on the ice now for the Ohio Otters. Moncton trying to clear the puck as Top Rages passes to Tango. Tango crouching to make a shot, unable to get it. 1 minute to play in the first overtime. For those who are unfamiliar with Blockey hockey, overtime in playoffs continues as a 2v2 throughout the entire game. The puck goes to center ice, but Top Rage just isn't there to answer it home, and that will be out of play. 44 seconds to go in the first overtime.
Man, this has been tight. Both teams just don't want to give anything up, and I mean, you can tell. It just feels like there's been no chances really this OT.
Yeah. Robe's so good at these face-offs, but it looks like the Bagels are aware of that as they both are playing very passively. Packers and Robe versus Tango and Youppi. The top stack coming from both teams as Robe gets in, tries to cut towards the middle, not able to get the curve off. Both of the Bagels players down low. Packers looking to solidify himself as the clutch player. He's not able to do so. Robe with the puck now, getting past Youppi. Looking to get past Tango. Packers is all alone on the side. Robe getting past Tango, but they're still battling for it. So far, Packers has been completely left alone for this last few seconds of play. You're wondering if that's going to matter in a second as Robe gets past, but trying to pull back, not able to. Youppi will clear it to the corner. 5 seconds to go. Packers still all alone up at top. He could get the pass out. We could see it in here. Looking for the pass. He passes. No shot. And we will go into our second overtime.
I think both teams realize how important this OT is for both of their sakes. For the Bagel side, if you win this game, you're sitting pretty. You're up 2-0 in the best of 5. It's tough for the Otters, and if the Otters, if they win this game, well, all of a sudden it's looking like they can win the series, if they win this. And I know it's been a very close OT period as both teams don't want to give anything up. Luke, what are you watching here?
Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely crazy. This is so monumental for Ohio. They really, really need to get this win. We've said it time and time again, but going down 2-0 is so detrimental. And we've seen them so close so many times. I mean, it just really matters. Can they end it home? Can they finish things off? Just a second ago, if Packers got a stick on it, I mean, there was time left. He could have gotten a goal there, not able to finish things off. Or again, are we going to see that as the thing that you're kicking yourself over, that you're having sleepless nights about, nightmares? Just, if I could have clicked an Endermite in Minecraft Hockey one more time, I could be the winner of that $10,000 prize pool.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, if I'm being honest, you don't get many chances that are that good, So it's really unfortunate they missed on that, because I'm not sure if they're going to get a better chance, honestly, this game. As the Bagels defense is just, they've clamped down. They know that, if they lose this, I'm sure they're thinking in their heads, if they lose this, they're still going to be okay, but they obviously want to win. But they're really making sure the Otters have no chance of scoring. So I'd be upset if I missed that one.
Yeah, we have 50 seconds left to go, and you're kind of wondering, what are these teams talking about? The broadcast isn't showing it right now, but it looks like the Bagels are joined in prayer around their logo. Carl Jacobs may be leading the charge in that. It's a little bit hard to tell. I'll cut the camera back to it real fast. Not sure what they're doing here, but as far as the Otters go, they're just all running around, kind of completely the opposite. They don't need this meditation. Wally Bear looking to join the pack again. We saw the Sacramento Surge earlier on Twitter pledging their alliance to the Ohio Otters, but there's only 20 seconds left to go, and we see basically every player for both teams showing up. We have KP Football, the backup goaltender, on the bench in case anything goes wrong for the Otters. We have Doggin, we have Only Burb, Discoof McGundy. I mean, it is a packed house here tonight, both in terms of players watching and players playing. This is basically as good as you can get for Minecraft Hockey.
Absolutely.
10 seconds left to go, and what could be the final overtime of this game. All it takes is one goal to put it away. All it takes is one little mistake. It could happen at any moment. We've seen a lot of overtimes end right off the face-off, so we could see that happen tonight as Youppi will have possession of the puck for a second, but then he kind of whiffs on it, giving Robe a chance. Robe not able to take full advantage of that opportunity, but now he gets past Youppi. Gonna be in the corner though, so not much he can do for it there. Apat standing high alone in the red dot area. No one there as Robe kind of backs off, expecting Apat to clear it, but he doesn't. Youppi had a little bit of a step there, a little bit of a chance. Again, kind of some sloppy play from Ohio. We've seen it just popping up every once in a while. But besides that, they've been playing fairly well. Clearing it out to Youppi now, as Robe and Youppi will battle for it again along the boards. Robe trying to pull it back, but Youppi will P3 that in behind the net. Apat now with a step with the chance. Instead cuts to Robe. Robe pulling it back, and then he shoots off the post. Inches away from ending the game here in New York, but he's not able to do it as Youppi goes scrambling behind the net. Youppi unable to do anything. Robe pulls it back. Panda Man comes sliding out of his crease. APAT with the puck now. APAT looking to pass it to Robe. He pees it, threes it. Youppi wiser to it, knocks it down. APAT getting past Arax. Say that 10 times fast. APAT looking to clear it from the corner. There's a hit there, not called. Robe on the Carl Jacobs sign. Again, another hit from the Bagels. No call. Playoff hockey, overtime hockey. Passing out to APAT. APAT thinking about making the pass back. He doesn't. Instead, gives possession up to Arax. Arax looking for a P3 shot. Not able to get it off. APAT making up for his mistake. The puck goes to the center of the ice. Arax still with possession of it. Robe looking to get past everybody. From the middle, takes a shot. It was not going in regardless. Not enough mustard on that shot. Youppi with the puck now behind the net. Out in front of the net. Panaman clears it. We see changes coming in from both teams. Top rages on the ice. Robe thinking about changing, doesn't do it. Now he does. Moncton and Packers out. Both of the second lines out for each team. Tango cutting towards the penalty boxes. Packers with the puck now, bringing it behind the Bagels net. Fighting with possession for it, but forfeits it to Tango. Tango trying to get it to top rage, just unable to do so as Moncton makes a good clear, but then Moncton pinches. 2-on-1 the other way now. A shot off the post. It's in the goal line. Save from Bagel Glaze. Moncton with the puck now. Trying to show his goalie that his saves are appreciated. He's not able to get it out of the zone. Top rages with the puck, looking for his patented pullback. He gets a shot, not on net though. Packers now looking to pull it out of the zone. Give his goalie some relief, not able to do it as a pass goes to Top Rages. Top Rages whiffing on the shot. Tango with the puck. Packers knocks that down. Finally, relief for the Ohio goaltender. Tango with the puck now. Moncton pinches on it. No one there. A shot. Panda Man save. I'm not going to say anything. Why? Kind of a controversial call there as it did not affect play. Very far away from play, but yet the ref blows the whistle down. A too many men as Packers was looking for a change for a second. And now the Ohio Otters will go on another penalty kill. This time, Robe, full stamina, doesn't have to make that timeout call, but he couldn't do it anyway. .2:13 left on the clock, as I'm not quite sure what the holdup is. I believe the Ohio Otters are probably giving the ref a little bit of their mind. As
he ran a little too, I don't want to call that, but he ran too far out, in my opinion.
Everybody, Ghostyferret is the ref. He is in the call, so if there's anyone to blame, just go ahead and yell at him. 30 seconds on the clock.
He ran too far out, in my opinion. If he just hopped off the bench, I wouldn't have called it, but he can't run that far out.
We will see if the Ohio Otters can defend once again against Youppi and Arax. Arax trying to win the faceoff, not able to. Robe has possession of it now. So important on a penalty kill, but instantly forfeits it to Arax. Youppi with the puck now. Robe trying to decide what to do. He gets burned by Youppi. Youppi in on alone, but Robe makes the clear. In the corner now. Robe versus Youppi. Youppi bringing the puck out. He passes to Arax. Arax cutting towards the side, looking for a P3, not able to get it off, but now he's in all alone. Puck is stuck in the boards, though. As he shoots it, Bagel Glaze makes a save, then drops it. I hit the wrong button. Penalty ended.
What did you do?
Penalty ended now. Robe with the puck now, storming up the ice. 2-on-1 developing the other way. Doesn't go for the pass. Now Tango has possession, but APAT P3's it away. APAT, oh my goodness gracious. Down the other way now we go in New York. Game 2, overtime 2. Packers now with the puck. Unable to get past Top Rages. We see the second lines out again for both teams. Packers now dumping it to center ice. APAT looking to get past, looking to get his name on the boards, looking to be a Blockey hockey legend. Tango has possession of the puck now as Packers bats that away. Not able to get past the Tango back check though. Sorry. Tango with the puck now. Top stat coming on from the Bagels once again as he's looking to pass out to Youppi. Instead, Packers blocks that, but Tango turns around, P3s it up the ice. Packers in APAT, quite the mismatch for the Ohio Otters as Tango gets past Packers. And then a quick shot, but that's saved by Bagel Glaze. Robe out on the ice now for the Ohio Otters as he passes it out to Youppi, but Youppi's not there to take it home. 20 seconds left, and we are in the Ohio Otters zone as Robe tries to get past Youppi. It looks like he's able to, but he's not able to get past Tango as Tango bats it down. Robe on possession of the puck. 10 seconds left before overtime number 3. Robe passed, tries to take a shot, not able to get the tight angle off as we will go into our 3rd overtime of the night. These teams have played almost 3 games worth of blocky hockey here tonight. It would not be an Ohio Otters game if it would not if it wasn't a triple overtime. I believe that this is the team that has done it twice in the regular season, and now they've done it once again in overtime.
I mean, do we see a 4th overtime, Luke? What are we thinking?
For the sake of my throat, I'm still sick. I hope not. I hope that Robe scores very quickly on the next face-off as we see the teams praying in center ice once again.
You know, I'm watching this game. I'm watching this overtime. You know, we've played a game's worth of overtime now. I want, I'm just thinking, which team is just gonna, kind of say F it and make the aggressive play and just go in for the win? Because I haven't seen any of the teams do that so far. Neither team has really been aggressive. They're both playing very passively, understandably so. If you're the Otters, you don't want to make a mistake and go down 0-2 in the series. But on the Big O side, if you lose, it's still 1-1, which is obviously you'd rather be up 2-0, but 1-1 is not the end of the world. I wonder when I'm going to see a team, kind of just be aggressive and go for the goal, because I feel like we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I mean, in overtime like this, you're playing passive. You don't want to be the APAT of last game. You don't want to be the reason that your team loses on either side. Little bit of an event that just transpired. Followers of the Blockey Hockey League will know that my dad's kind of a legend in these areas, and I just received a text message from him saying, "Go Otters, go!" So at the very least, the Ohio Otters now have the support of my father. Will that make a difference? Probably not, but just had to throw that out there. Ghostyferret, do you think that makes any difference for this triple overtime?
You'd like to believe it does. As Luke's dad, he's given some very inspirational speeches before, I believe. So I think with his dad, with your dad on the Otter side, they could help out.
Well, it'll be remain to see. It is currently my father versus Carl Jacobs. I always knew it was going to happen one day. I didn't expect it to be today. But there is only 10 seconds left before our 3rd overtime of Game 2. Again, next goal wins. Winner takes all. Can the Otters tie up the series and force a Game 4 in their home arena? I'd like to correct myself. I said that Game 2 would be in Ohio. I was wrong. Game 3 and 4 are in Ohio. So they are playing for home ice advantage, basically. Going forward, not only just to tie things up, but there's only 5 seconds left for this 3rd overtime as we see Robe and APAT and Arax and Youppi once again taking the face-off. Robe winning it, looking to get past Arax. He's able to. Youppi playing so passive, backing up, but then he P3s it right into the heart of Robe. Robe looking to get a quick pullback, not able to, as APAT will collect the puck. He gets past Youppi. Robe cuts to the side, but that will get hit out of play. This is where Robe shines the most. We've seen him score so many different types of goals from this face-off dot right here, where you have room to do so many different things. But the Bagels obviously wise to that. They do their film reviews. Robe pulling it back and then taking a really weird shot to give the possession to Youppi, who then whiffs on the puck. So Robe will fight that in the corner now. Youppi ends up on top and then forfeits the puck away again, looking like Youppi might be getting a little bit nervous. Robe has possession of the puck. Instead of passing, cuts to the middle of the ice, back into Youppi, so that will reset things. Out to APAT! APAT shot into the heart of Panda Man! Panda Man ensuring that his team stays alive here tonight in New York. This goaltender has come from the depths of nowhere as Youppi has a chance now the other way. Out to Arax, a shot! Score! The Bagels win it in overtime! Panda Man just a second ago preventing the Ohio Otters from taking it home, giving the chance to the Bagels, and Arax will end things in game 1, and now he ends things in game 2.
If you're APAT, you're kicking yourself. You had the game in your hands. The fate of this series, you could argue, was in your hands, and he just shoots it right into the heart of Panda Man. I mean, you hate to see that if you're an Otters fan.
An insanely similar ending to game 1, as APAT will take a shot, and then just seconds later, Arax will send it home. I mean, you got to admit, this is such a heartbreaking defeat for the Ohio Otters. They were up 3-0. They just gave up 4 unanswered goals. Obviously, after that third goal, they locked in. They played hard. They have more shots on goal than the New York Bagels do. But that doesn't matter. It's the goals that count. And at the end of the day, the Bagels have 4. Ohio has 3. That makes the Bagels lead this series 2-0. It would have been a huge upset for the Ohio Otters to win tonight without Sammy the Whale, and they almost did it twice, and they weren't able to. And now that means that their next 3 games are sudden death. It doesn't matter if they win the next game. It doesn't matter if they win the next 2 games. They have to win 3 more games in a row to take this home. We see the Bagels celebrating at center ice as players like Bagel Glaze for the Otters just put their heads down in defeat. All it took was one more save. All it took was one more shot that went in for the Otters to win this second game, and they weren't able to do it. Obviously, they showed so much potential. They had so much hope. They were missing one of their best players. But we're going to be back here on Friday for Game 3, where the Otters must win. And hopefully by then, Sammy the Whale will work things out with Best Buy to make his return for Ohio. Ghostyferret, do you have any more thoughts on this game before we close things out?
You know, just a tragic ending for the Otters. You have your best chance of the 3 overtimes, and it's just, you know, you miss the shot of your career if you're APAT, and it goes down the other way to a goal. It's just, you hate to see it, but a very hard-fought game, without Sammy the Whale, very hard-fought games for the Otters, so you gotta have some promise there, but just heartbreaking tonight if you're an Otters fan.
As you see Wally Bear and Panda Man celebrating the Bagels win, we will close things out. The Ohio Otters and the New York Bagels will return on Friday at 7 p.m. EST for Game 3. Must win for the Otters from here on out. I have been your commentator, Luke, joined in the booth by Ghostyferret. Make sure to follow Blockey Hockey MC on Twitter/X to keep up with all of the news. Use hashtag BHCL if you want us to see any art, any tweets you guys have. It's been amazing seeing the community response recently. I cannot begin to describe to you guys how much it means to all of us here at the Blockey Hockey League. If you'd like to get on the action yourself, you can join discord.gg/BHL. Everyone started somewhere on this ice. Everyone began their career as a nobody. You could be the next player playing in front of thousands of people, playing for $10,000. But until then, I've been Luke, joined by Ghostyferret, and you guys have a good night.